message that you hope people take away from what you guys did as a team in the anthem today?
What's a message I hope people take away? Well, simply put, I want to make sure that you all understand that I'm not speaking for everybody in our locker room. I'm speaking from my heart, personally, and what my thoughts are. These are my thoughts. Um, I think it's scary that we have a man in office who was elected to protect our basic rights, um, and yet he has shown recently a the opposite. Um, I think the media, a lot of the media can understand because they've gone through very similar situations with him. But for us as players, directly being called out, about not being able to express ourselves, which this great country has, and many men and women who have sacrificed their lives for us to be able to express ourselves in that way. That's the foundational core of who we are as a country. And for that to be threatened by the man who is at the head of the table for our country, it's a very serious thing. So I hope that message is loud and clear for anybody who's listening, anybody who's watching, that they recognize that this is a dangerous time, and we recognize that.
How can what happened before the game today be a watershed moment of change?
Well, we're hoping to unite people of all colors, all races, all religions, all beliefs, to come together and realize the severity of the situation. This is our country. This is what we were founded on, was a protest. The Boston Tea Party, that was a protest. And I think there's something to be said to make sure that we protect the sanctity and the importance of individuals in this country being able to express themselves. And I understand it's a difficult topic to talk about. I understand that we all have our different opinions, we all have our different viewpoints, but that's what makes our country so great. That's what makes our country unique and beautiful. That's why we are where we are, is because we don't always agree. And just getting 63 guys to all agree to do something, that's difficult within itself. So I can understand how difficult it is for the country. But sometimes I feel like, there's a line that needs to be drawn. And to me, the most important thing that we can do at this moment is be unified. And not just as a football team or as an NFL or as a city, as a red state, blue state, as a country, as a society. Because, again, the severity of this situation cannot be understated.
What's your reaction when people say, I'm not going to watch football anymore because these guys are disrespecting the flag?
Yeah, I understand that too. I really do. I really do understand that, football is a beautiful sport. People watch us to enjoy, to kind of escape from their reality, from their everyday. And I understand that. But I think that, what I would hope could be expressed to those people is that this is our lives too. This is what we deal with as well. And it's something that we care so very deeply about. And I get it. Trust me, I do. I get it. I want to watch football too. And without the distractions. But I'm calling on our people in our country to realize that this is greater than just football. This is greater than just your Sunday evening entertainment. It's bigger than that.
Doug, you got everybody on board through dialogue. You came to your conclusion as a team through dialogue. I think that's the key when you're looking at the big picture. I mean, how does American society go about that to get that dialogue?
Well, I've been telling you guys forever, is empathy. If the only gift that you can truly give to somebody else that's sustainable and that can change your own heart and the heart of the person you're interacting with is empathy. And we have a lot of great individuals in our locker room. individuals who are willing to put their egos and their pride aside for the greater good, to listen to other people's opinions and viewpoints and not shoot them down just because they disagree with them. And that's the beautiful thing about our team. And it definitely started with dialogue. But again, we didn't all agree on what we wanted to do or what should have been done. But at the end of the day, the important thing was that we were united. And I can't speak any more to that other than the fact that we were just united.
Was a big key to that respect as well, respecting everybody's differing opinion if there was many differing opinions?
Absolutely. Again, I go back to the empathy part. Our guys are willing to do that. They're willing to close their mouths and just listen. They're willing to say, look, I don't understand, and maybe I don't agree, but I need to know. I need to hear it from you. I need to feel it from you. And a lot of guys were willing to do that. And that's why we came to the conclusion in which we did. Again, not everybody was on the same page. Not everybody wanted to do those various ideas that were thrown out there. But again, this is bigger than football. And the most beautiful thing about what happened was that those individuals were willing to put their own pride, their own ego, their own desires and wants and needs aside for the man next to them. And, I hope that us as a country can do that as well.
Once they decided to make what you guys were going to do as a team, did you then go to the Titans and ask that they join as well, or how did that go?
Well, I'd say.
We can talk about sort of Michael.
It wasn't quite clear, at least to me, that did you go to the Titans?
Yeah, so, they had their conversations as well. Some of the players reached out to some of the players on our side and asked what we were doing. And then, like Sherm said, pretty much in the final hours, we were in communication with their team, and we were able to all get on the same page today.
Given everything that's happened this weekend, you guys are 1-2 right now. And I'm curious, Michael mentioned this a little bit. Is this loss different because of everything that's happened? Does it feel different what's happened over this past week? I'd be remiss if I said that it didn't feel different. It's hard to separate what we do in our day-to-day lives, what we experience with our jobs, You guys all know I wear my emotions on my sleeve. What happens at home, I bring on the football field, and what happens on the football field, my wife hates it, But that's what makes me human. And I don't want to take that away. I want to feel that. And yes, this loss feels different. But I think that it's an opportunity for us to continue to unify. We did some great things today against a very good team. And we had our mistakes as well. But I think that's football. So we'll go back home, we'll rest up, we'll look at the tape, make our corrections, get ready for next week.
Encouraged what you saw in the second half of the offense after some struggles.
Yeah, really encouraged by Russell Wilson's play. He had a lot going on, and for him to be as resilient as he is and as he was today, it just reminds us all of why he is who he is, why he is Russell Wilson, and why we love him so much. Offensive line picked it up, running backs picked it up, the receivers picked it up. It was a whole team effort. I wish we could have done more for our defense, and we will. That will definitely be the case. We'll figure that out, but definitely encouraged.
Begs the question, what was Russell going through to resilience?
We were just struggling on offense, and I'm sure he'll come up here and tell you on his own. But we were struggling on offense for a while, and like I said, he was resilient through it.
Okay, health-wise, or?
We don't talk about injuries.
Anything else?
Do you think he'll play next week?
I would love to. Thanks, guys.